In this video, I'll be talking about credit cards and cash. I'll be discussing how credit cards are ultimately cheaper than cash because I know there is a debate about how cash is still king and having cash is always better. And I personally think credit cards and having credit is better. But instead of just telling you guys what I think, I'll actually be going over all the pros and cons of credit cards and cash. And this way you can decide which one is best for you. Now, before we get into this video, I want you to drop a comment below and tell me, based on your current lifestyle, which do you think is better? Do you think using cash is best, or do you think credit cards are better? Comment below and let me know. Also, if you're new to the channel or you're watching one of my videos for the very first time, my name is Ian, and I post videos here on YouTube every single day on topics relating to making money and personal finance. So if you'd like to see more of these videos, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on all notifications. And that way you'll be able to get the updates every day when I post a new video here. Okay, so quickly and without wasting any time, let's talk about the pros and cons of both credit cards and cash. And let's start with cash first. With cash, you can spend. That's literally it. You have the freedom to spend the money you have wherever you want. Actually, the other pro of having cash is that you won't ever go into debt because you will only be able to spend what you have and nothing else. But this is also in itself a con because you can't control your spending, and if you have to force yourself to use cash so you don't overspend, then you're still more than likely going to spend all the cash and then take more cash from your accounts and spend it when you shouldn't. So this isn't really a pro. If you have bad habits, then you need to change them. So before I mentioned spending freely with cash, this is a pro, but at the same time, a credit card allows you to spend freely, so I can't really say this is a huge pro. The downside of using cash is this. You usually get only what you pay for and nothing else. So for example, if I spend $1,500 a month for a year making purchases and I use cash, I would have spent $1,500 every month, right? I get no perks and no rewards. However, if I were to use a credit card with a flat rewards of 2% and a sign-on bonus of $500, I would now get $30 back every month. That's $360 in a year, in addition to my $500 off sign-on bonus. So if I spent cash, I would have spent $18,000 in total over a year. If I used a credit card, I would have still spent $18,000, but I would have received the rewards totaling $860. So the true cost or amount spent in this year if I use the credit card would be $17,140. So this is one of the main reasons why I think credit cards and credit in general is better than cash. You get discounts without having to ask for them. It's like leaving free money on the table or giving money away. Now, if you don't care about the rewards that much, then you can think of this as a discount. However, if you care about the rewards as much as I do, then you'll try to have as many high cashback rewards credit cards as you possibly can. So for example, there are cards that offer 5% in cashback, but in different categories throughout the year. And I think I explained this in another video where you could create a schedule for each quarter and get 5% in cashback for the entire year. Discover has one of these cards and Chase has another popular one. Now, if I were to spend the same amount of money but get 5% in cashback per year, then instead of truly spending $18,000, it would be more like $17,000. Add the sign-up bonuses from both cards and that would be another savings of $1,000. So here I could easily save $2,000 and all I really have to do is leave cash at the bank and use a credit card to pay. Now, I know some people may watch this and they may say, well, I don't want credit cards because I'm not trying to get rich from credit card rewards, or I can't get rich from credit card rewards, and that's absolutely true. You won't get wealthy from cashback or credit card points, but think about it like this. You're looking to purchase a new house. You have cash. There are two contractors that can give you the same design and the same house. One gives you an invoice of $500,000 and the other gives you an invoice of $450,000. The difference here is $50,000. Is $50,000 going to make you rich? Most likely it won't, but I'm sure you would use the one that costs you less because that would be giving away money for no reason. So it's the same concept here. Credit card rewards and points aren't going to make you rich, but it's leaving free money on the table or having the option of getting discounts on purchases and just choosing not to take them. Also, the con to credit cards here is that you can overspend, not have the ability to pay the balance off, and then get into the cycle of paying never-ending credit card interest, which can end up costing you on average 3 to 5 times the cost of whatever you use the card for. Now, I agree this is a con. However, before I also mentioned that having cash doesn't really solve this problem. You can still overspend when you have cash. The problem here is not cash or credit cards. The problem is bad habits. If you can commit to yourself that you'll only spend $1,000 in cash, then you can also commit to spending only $1,000 on a credit card. I've had many credit cards and I've never paid any interest. I've always paid the balance because I don't go on spending sprees with my credit cards. Now, if I have the money to make a purchase, then I'll use them, but if not, then I won't. This way, I never pay and I reap all the rewards. Now, let's talk about security, which is another pro and con. Now, with cash, you're more likely to get robbed or become a target to getting robbed. Once you get robbed, or you may not even need to get robbed, right? All you have to do is misplace money. I've done this a lot of times. I've lost more sleep over money than I've lost over anything else. Now, when you lose money or cash, you can't get it back. At least in my case, I was never able to find any money that I lost unless it was inside. Now, with a credit card, you may think that it's even just as risky because if you lose your credit card, someone can go grocery shopping, clothes shopping, buy a lot of stuff on Amazon and max your credit card out, and this is very true. That can happen. I've unfortunately had that happen to me as well. Someone took around $10,000 from one of my credit cards, or maybe it was $8,000, but it was a lot of money. However, unlike cash, where if I had lost $10,000, I wouldn't be able to get it back, with the credit card, I simply called them and told them that someone stole my credit card and used it to go on a spending frenzy. And in about 3 weeks, they told me that all the charges would be reversed and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So credit cards are insured. The bank loses no money, or at least you lose no money if someone steals your card and spends it all. So after going through that experience, I realized even more that credit cards were better than cash because I get more value and it's also safer. When I go to purchase fuel, I never go inside. I know most people do it because they're worried about scammers stealing their credit card information at gas pumps, but if it happens, the bank reverses the transactions, so I stopped worrying about it. Another pro here is getting warranties that you won't have to pay for, or extended warranties. So for example, I have a credit card that I used to purchase a phone. I knew the phone was waterproof, but being the average person who doesn't read terms and conditions and all that stuff, I didn't realize that the phone was only waterproof to a certain depth and for a certain amount of time, which I should have known without having to read. So I ended up damaging that phone, which I paid about $800 for. This was a while back. Now, luckily for me, the credit card I used to purchase the phone gave me $500 back because it was covered up to that amount. If I had used cash to purchase the phone, then I would have lost $800. But since I used my credit card, I only lost $300. Now, depending on the card, this amount may be more. Some may offer you up to $1,500 for lost, stolen, or damaged electronics and other warranties for things that you may purchase, and it's at no additional cost. This even includes car insurance. I know MasterCard has coverage if you use their credit cards to rent a car. This saves you money because you don't have to purchase additional car insurance. I also have credit cards that offer travel insurance and a lot of perks, and it doesn't cost me anything extra. Now, finally, credit cards allow you to walk around with less bulk. If you have 3 credit cards with a $10K credit limit, that means you can walk around with $30,000 all the time. If you try to walk around with $30,000 in cash, you won't be able to fit that into your wallet or your purse. So overall, I think credit cards are better and cheaper than cash. Cash has its pros, but credit card also has the same pros that cash does, and credit cards offer more value. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this now. Do you agree that credit cards are cheaper than cash, or do you disagree? Comment below. I hope you guys found this video very helpful, and if you'd like to see more videos like this one, then give this video a thumbs up, as that's the way these videos get recommended to more people here. I'll really appreciate it, and they can potentially help someone out as well. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other videos here on banking apps, savings accounts, investments, credit cards, personal finance, ways to make money, and much more. Also, if you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe and be sure to turn on all notifications for this channel, as that's the only way you'll be able to get the updates of when I post new videos. And remember guys, I'll be posting a new video here every single day on YouTube. Also, I'm leaving a couple links down below to free stuff and free cashback offers, so be sure to check the links down below in the description for all kinds of free stuff. Once again, I hope this video was very helpful. All the best with your credit cards, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.